The movie opens with a terrifying scene where a demonic monkey suddenly throws its severed hand right in front of a man. Just then, the man's wife rushes in and tries to snatch the monkey's hand away from him. But things go horribly wrong. Both of them crash through a glass window and fall to their deaths. Right before dying, the man makes one final wish that the hand should never come back to haunt his family again. And just like that, the cursed hand vanishes, and the demonic monkey slowly fades away too. Cut to the next scene. We're introduced to a girl named Amara, who is talking with children at an orphanage. She actually grew up there herself. Amara understands kids deeply because, just like them, she once hoped she would reunite with her parents someday. But that day never came. Still, she has found happiness in the new family she built for herself. As she's leaving, the head of the orphanage warns her to be careful, because Amara is pregnant. Later, her husband Roy brings her to their new house. He tells her they're planning to host a housewarming party, not just to celebrate the new home, but also his business partnership. Roy has even invited several big businessmen to the event. Amara is clearly surprised seeing such a huge house, especially because it was sold to them at a very low price. And that's exactly what makes her suspicious. As she explores the house, she notices that some belongings of the previous owner are still there upstairs. A little while later, Roy's parents arrive. His father praises the house, but points out that it's still quite messy. His mother, however, takes a jab, saying that a home's beauty depends on the woman running it. Then, she goes even further, telling Amara that she would have never gotten such a big house if it wasn't for Roy. Hearing all this clearly irritates Roy. That night, Amara complains to Roy about the new house. She says it's too far from everything, even basic food places. She also opens up about how his mother constantly taunts her and never truly accepts her. Roy tries to calm her down, asking her to give his mother some time. He reassures her that once their child is born, everything will change. Roy opens up and says he hates his stepfather, because even after living together for 20 years, the man never liked him. Roy feels like ever since his mother married that man, he's been completely alone. Amara comforts him, telling him he's not alone anymore. Right after that, we see that demonic monkey lurking behind Roy inside the house. As Roy goes to sit down, he notices a strange hand-shaped artifact on the sofa. It's the same hand that was shown at the beginning of the movie. Roy has no idea how it got there. The next morning, Amara wakes Roy up and reminds him that he has a meeting with his boss today. She also asked where the hand on the living room table came from. Roy tells her he found it on the sofa and assumes it might be some leftover decoration from the previous owner. Roy then says he has to leave because he has a presentation for Mr. Harris about a new news portal. Meanwhile, Amara heads to the kitchen to start cooking. Roy leaves for the office. At the office, a girl named Ingrid tells Roy that she shared his project idea with her father, and she's confident her dad will approve it. Roy invites Ingrid to his housewarming party. Just then, Adam walks in and calls Roy into the meeting room. During the meeting, Roy presents his new product idea. Mr. Harris says he's read the proposal and finds it genuinely interesting, but Adam disagrees, saying the product won't work in the market and will only waste money. The only person supporting Roy here is Ingrid, who is Mr. Harris's daughter and Adam's sister. Adam clearly doesn't like Roy and doesn't want him working with his father's company. Back at the house, a strange woman shows up at the door. She has bandages over her mouth and walks with a limp. She introduces herself as the previous owner of the house and says she left something behind, a brown object that looks like a hand. Amar quickly realizes the woman is talking about the same hand-shaped artifact. She tells her that her husband found it last night. The woman immediately asks where the hand is now. Amara explains that her husband kept it somewhere, and he's currently out for work. The woman says she'll come back tomorrow to take it. Meanwhile, Roy asks Adam to approve the project, insisting it would benefit both parties. Adam just laughs and refuses outright, telling Roy to try his luck with another company. Before leaving, Roy invites him to his housewarming party, but Adam declines, saying neither he nor his father will attend. On the way home, Roy runs into Adam again. Adam gives him a strange look and walks off. Roy tries to overtake him, but then notices something unnatural sitting inside Adam's car. Suddenly, that strange thing attacks Adam. Terrified, Roy slams the brakes and gets out of his car. But when he looks around, there's no other car in sight. He convinces himself it was just a hallucination. But then he notices the same severed hand lying on the back seat of his car. When Roy gets home, he rushes straight into the room. Amara, who was already asleep, wakes up to see him. Roy tells her the meeting ran late. When Amara spots the hand in his possession, she explains that the previous owner of the house had come by asking for it back. Later that night, as Roy turns on the TV, he suddenly comes across a bizarre video. A figure in a monkey suit, singing and claiming that a monkey's hand can grant wishes. Roy realizes it's the same hand they have. But what he fails to notice is that every wish comes at a deadly cost, the soul. Roy's so absorbed in the video that he doesn't realize something horrifying is standing right behind him. The same eerie monkey figure whispers, "Your soul is mine now." The next morning, the strange woman returns to take the hand. Amara goes to the room to look for it while Roy questions the woman about where she found it because he wants to keep it. The woman reveals it belonged to her dead husband, meaning she's the same woman we saw falling from the window at the beginning. Roy offers to buy the hand from her. Amara comes back and says she can't find it, suggesting the woman come back tomorrow. But, just then, the monkey's hand suddenly makes a noise. In reality, Roy had hidden it. He quickly grabs it and insists on buying it, but the woman refuses. Roy begs the woman to at least lend it to him for a few days. Amara also tells Roy to return the hand, but he refuses. Suddenly, the woman strikes Roy with a stick, but in a shocking twist, she suddenly collapses. And the same stick in her hand ends up stabbing straight into her chest, killing her instantly. Panicked, Roy hides the dead body in the storage room behind the house because the function is about to start any minute. Amara is stunned. Something this huge just happened, and Roy is still worried about the party. Before dying, the woman said, "Tell this hand to help me." Amara wants to understand what that means, but Roy has no clue. He mentions hearing a rumor that the hand might grant 3 wishes. Amara doesn't believe it. Even Roy is unsure. So to test it, he makes his first wish. He says he wants to know the truth about the hand. Suddenly, the hand starts moving. Terrified, he throws it away. That's when Amara realizes this is far from normal. Amara tells Roy to get the hand out of the house, but instead he locks it inside a box. That night, the function begins. Guests start arriving one by one, including Mr. Harris. During the party, Amara notices a little girl walking upstairs. She asks where her parents are. But, just then, they hear something crash from the upper floor. Amara decides to check, but the girl stops her, warning that there's a terrifying entity up there. Amara assumes it might be their maid, OT. But, at that exact moment, OT comes upstairs from below, leaving Amara completely shocked. Still, Amara takes OT with her and heads upstairs. As they move, we briefly see the dead woman following right behind them. Hearing a noise from a nearby room, Amara goes to check even though OT tells her not to. Suddenly, the entire house loses power. Downstairs, Roy apologizes to the guests, while Harris reassures him that it's not his fault. Meanwhile, Amara asks OT to bring a flashlight from the other room. As soon as OT leaves, Amara hears something moving under the bed. The moment OT returns with a flashlight and steps into the room, she collapses in a strange, unnatural way. Amara looks under the bed and sees the dead woman. In an instant, the entity grabs Amara and slams her violently against the wall. By now, all the guests have already left. The woman is seen again holding the box that contains the monkey's hand. Amara rushes to Roy and says they have to get out of there now. But, suddenly, the door locks on its own. The woman tells Roy, "Your wish has been granted. What do you want to know?" Roy asks, "What exactly is this hand?" The woman replies, "You already know," meaning he had already learned about it from the TV. Roy then asks what happens after the third wish. Suddenly, a strange voice echoes through the speaker saying, "Your wish will be fulfilled, but your soul will belong to me." OT hears this too. Roy snatches the box and attacks the woman. Both of them rush out of the house and get into the car, but the woman appears there as well. Amara quickly opens the box, raises the hand and says, "All demons, leave us right now." This becomes Amara's first wish. Roy kicks the woman away, and suddenly she disappears. In reality, it was a demonic monkey controlling everything through the dead body of that woman. Once things calm down, Roy asks Amara, "What do you want? Should we spend tonight somewhere else?" Amara says she just wants them to be safe. That night, she decides to throw away the monkey's hand so no more evil can happen. But then, OTI comes and pleads, "Can I use the hand just once? My mother is very sick." Even after refusing at first, Amara eventually gives the hand to her. The moment OTI makes her wish, the demon appears again and attacks Amara, badly injuring her. Amara starts bleeding heavily and is rushed to the hospital. After several days, Roy brings her back home. Amara learns that OTI has run away and they still haven't found a new maid. Roy tells her that his mother will come to help for a few days. As soon as Amara enters the house, the horrifying memories of the past events come rushing back. Roy checks the medical report and discovers that Amara's uterus has been damaged. She will never be able to become a mother again. Amara is completely shattered. Roy tries to comfort her, promising he will never leave her. Amara insists, "We have to get rid of that hand. It has only brought bad luck." But Roy thinks differently. He believes the hand actually saved them and helped them escape. Amara warns him, "This is a trap of the devil. When you take shortcuts, the devil destroys you." Roy, however, decides he will make another wish so Amara can become healthy again and their financial condition improves. He believes that after this, the hand will be buried forever. This leads to a heated argument between the two. Roy furious snaps, "Do you even love me anymore? Then why are you trying to stop my wish?" The next morning, Roy goes to meet Harris, but he can't, because Harris is busy in a meeting. Meanwhile, back at home, Roy's mother brings along 2 maids. She then starts sharing her past with Amara. She reveals that there was a time when she wanted to abort Roy because his father ran away instead of taking responsibility. Even Roy's grandfather had thrown her out of the house. At one point, she even took abortion pills and ended up in the hospital. But in the end, Roy survived. She shares all this because she understands Amara's pain, and she prays that Amara can have a child again. Soon after, Amara sees 2 children playing, and the sight only makes her desire to become a mother even stronger. That night, before heading home, Roy has dinner with Ingrid. During dinner, Roy asks if she can help him. Ingrid is willing to help, but then Roy asks her to hold a strange monkey's hand and make a wish. Seeing something so bizarre makes Ingrid uncomfortable, so they leave and sit in the car instead. There, Roy again asks for her help. Ingrid says that if he needs help, she can talk to her father again if necessary. But she refuses to make a wish using that creepy hand. Still, Roy keeps insisting, begging her to touch the hand and speak his wish out loud. When Ingrid repeatedly refuses, Roy suddenly loses control and starts choking her. Ingrid screams for help and honks the car horn. Terrified, Roy jumps out of the car and runs away. When he gets home, Roy places the car keys down and goes into his mother's room. But Amara quietly wakes up, takes the keys, goes outside, and then sneaks back into her room. Meanwhile, while Roy is talking to his mother, Amara suddenly screams. Roy rushes over, asking what happened. Amara says she had a nightmare. Roy's mother calms them both down and tells Amara to lie down and rest. She also says she'll be heading back home, but the 2 maids will stay until Amara fully recovers. As Roy and his mother step out of the room, Amara suddenly starts vomiting within moments. The next morning, Roy heads to work, only to be told that he's been fired. When he reaches the parking lot, he sees Adam waiting for him. Roy apologizes about Ingrid, but Adam has his goons brutally beat him up. Meanwhile, Amara goes to the hospital for a checkup. The doctors reveal that she's pregnant again. That night, Roy tells Amara that he lost his job. Frustrated, he says that the monkey's hand has ruined his life, and he wants to throw it away somewhere far. Suddenly, Amara feels intense pain in her stomach and rushes to the bathroom. There, she notices something horrifying, a shape resembling a monkey's face forming on her belly. During this time, Roy picks up Amara's dropped bag and sets it aside. A little later, Amara comes back and tells Roy to go home and destroy the cursed hand. On the way back, Roy is furious. Once home, he shows Amara an ultrasound report he found in her bag. That's when Roy realizes that Amara used the hand to wish for another pregnancy. Amara admits that she was desperate and only made 1 wish, but she didn't realize she had already made 2 wishes before. Roy then uses the second wish to find out how Amara got pregnant. Suddenly, the projector turns on by itself. In the video, Amara is seen lying near the hand after wishing for a child. Moments later, a demonic monkey appears. This reveals the terrifying truth. The child in Amara's womb is fathered by that demon monkey. The most disturbing part? Amara remembers nothing about this incident. Seeing this, Roy completely breaks down and starts crying. Amara, enraged, lashes out at him, grabs the hand and runs upstairs. She wants to make another wish, but suddenly, the demon appears and stops her. Roy rushes in, breaks down the door, and picks up the hand from the floor. Amara desperately begs him to cancel the wish she made. But Roy starts reflecting on his past, remembering how he was constantly scolded as a child. Even as he grew up, people never truly accepted him. He begins to feel like no one has ever loved him. Driven by that pain, Roy makes his third and final wish. He wants everyone to love him. Roy then goes to Amara and tells her that he'll find some kind of solution. But Amara gets upset because Roy made a wish for something he already had. Amara loved him more than her own life. After this, she makes a tragic decision. Instead of giving birth to the demon's child, she chooses to end her own life. We then see Amara being buried. OTI is there too, and since his mother has recovered, he brings her along. Everyone expresses their condolences to Roy. In the present, Ingrid is almost always by Roy's side. She tells him that her father wants Roy to return to the company. Ingrid now wants to help Roy in every way she couldn't before. Basically, she's trying to fulfill his wish. In the movie's post-credit scene, we see that the hand is still with Roy. And suddenly, one day, Amara returns. Her stomach tears open, and a monkey is born from inside her. Right then, the demonic monkey bites off the newborn monkey's hand. In the final scene, we see Amara surrounded by many severed monkey hands. And with that disturbing image, the movie comes to an end. Subscribe to this channel for more stories like this.